Now, good evening, everybody. Sorry for the late outing tonight.
Hi there. How you doing? Oh, I'm super zoomed in now, Grant. I wasn't before. Sick. Okay, back in the scene. People can actually see that I'm very close to the camera.
I might have cropped you a bit closer, so.
I will adjust that actually.
Right. So you got a waypoint halfway that we're stopping at.
Yeah, so we're gonna come out of. Hi everyone. By the way, this is another one of our hops across the world. A little bit delayed today, but we've been sorting out. Yeah, another technology approach. We'll probably have another one next week and the one after. That's so good. So we're doing a world tour, and we basically now in London. I don't know about that, but let's ignore that. It's just another thing to look at. But we ended up landing here last time. We actually aborted a little bit on the route we were going to take because time was getting on a bit. So we're going to come out of King Fahd, and because we're using a small jet this time. We're going to try and cover a bit of distance a bit and head towards Halil, which is Halil. Sorry everyone, which is near which was actually where we were going to land last route. And then we're going to go straight over that, and we're heading towards Al Arata Ulwa. And apologies again, or OE 52, as we pilots like to call it sometimes.
Right, I've got Hale now.
Okay, so that's literally the line goes straight over it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the important things really with the plane we're using, it doesn't have GPS, so we're going to be using VOR, or very high frequency OR, something or other.
Are we?
Yeah. Well, we're going to try. I'm not even sure the plane has that. We'll find out.
I don't know, but let's jump in the
If
plane.
If not, we'll just be flying south. Or what's that? Easterly, south, east.
Yeah.
That's even a thing. Okay, so that's the route. Zoom out a bit so I can actually see it. That can pop away.
Yeah.
And I just want to change my camera a little bit so I'm not super zoomed. Because it's annoying me. A sec.
I can't hear you now, Andy.
You can't hear me?
Oh, I can now.
Yeah, I wasn't talking.
Oh, okay. That's right. That's why I couldn't hear you. That makes sense.
So, let's make me a bit smaller. 1 second. That might be okay. In a minute. A bit more.
I'm glad I don't have a technical job in real life.
Let's not tell anyone what we do. It's all made up. Trick is to know 10% more than everyone else. Trying to get in the middle. Oh, this is like golden shot for everyone who can remember that game, that TV program. Okay, I'm happy with the camera now.
So I remember a golden shot.
I know. Left a bit. Bernie. Right, so
it was quite
we're
clever actually for a game show of its time. Talking to somebody on the telephone on a live TV show saying, "Now!"
I think they were actually just there behind the curtain. Sorry to spoil it.
Pulling all the technology together at the time. Right, we need to synchronise times.
So yeah, we're going out on using the Cessna T-37, which is actually a training jet from the 1950s. Got retired in '75, which is pretty crazy. We're going from set list departure from, remember what it was? Because I can't. OETB. At least we'll be take off from the right one with it. You could actually set the route on here if you wanted to, Grant.
I have. I've got it set on the Microsoft Flight Simulator.
The whole route, or just
Just the
starting
three
point?
waypoints: OETB, HAIL,
okay.
OE52.
You got more than me then. Okay.
The trick is to remember to put the beginning and end, and then you can add the middle.
Yep, totally. OE52. I don't need the middle because we go straight over it anyway.
I'll put the middle in anyway. I don't, we might need to.
It's literally,
we might-
literally flies straight over it
Yes, but where's the VORs?
on my head, on my piece of paper in front of me.
Are they?
Yep.
Okay.
So Halley has actually got Hale has actually got a VOR straight on it, but the end one hasn't. It's just slightly off. So we'll add that anyway, just for you.
Well, we've only got to do straight to it and straight away from it then, pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a straight line. So, right, weather conditions.
Flight
Doing live
conditions.
weather.
Yeah.
Live weather with it's me streaming. Isn't it? Yeah.
You got to do
what day do you want?
preset weather to change the time, haven't you? Yeah. Live. Yeah.
10 o'clock.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. What UTC?
7:05 UTC.
Okay.
Which will suddenly change when you go into the game. Okay, make sure your plane's on park, your jets turned down.
Yeah.
You're in.
Are you going straight from the runway?
Yeah.
Straight from runway 6. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've used enough time already.
Which means I've got to turn stuff on actually if we're going to go the right on the runway.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Yep.
There. That should be all right.
Oh,
I think.
and then flight soon crashed. That was good. Can you swap to your screen, please?
Yeah.
Flight sim not show that it's loading until ages
To
later.
Book Tower, gap 2127, ready at runway 06 departure to the east.
Gap 2127 QNH 29 or decimal 77 wind. Cleared for takeoff runway 06.
Cleared for takeoff runway 06.
Noisy, this
gap
jet, isn't it?
2127.
It's all right. So let's turn that down a bit. We're flying a joystick airplane with a yoke today.
What?
It's a sort of jet.
Must have been a bit strange for Cessna to get the contract for this, because it wasn't, jets weren't their thing. They do jets, but just really interesting that they would have been chosen by
Yeah.
the government. Let's just start from scratch. Is that real time? Live, except, yeah. Were you going for runway 6, did you say?
Yeah. Whatever it put me on, actually, I don't remember what it put me on.
Okay, doesn't matter. See you in the air.
Can't even say. I'm sitting on a great big number that says 06. Yeah, I'm on runway 6. Just had to turn my engine noise down because it was quite loud my end, so it must have been quite loud for everyone else.
Yeah, make sure your communication's down because that's what just happened to me earlier. Just so game
To book tower and 55409er 1 tree ready at runway 06 departure
Oh,
to the
it
east.
makes funny noises when you turn the engine.
so you're going through me.
You're on the runway with me.
You're cycling through me, wasn't it? Was it? Or was it you?
It was me.
Right. The stream isn't showing me moving.
It
Very
is,
delayed.
it's just very delayed. So I haven't tested any of my button mapping since I changed them earlier, so this could be a disaster.
Your rudder control is all over the place.
That's good for me.
Was it?
That's excellent rudder control for me.
I think you need to move back a bit.
I've just moved forward a little bit. Oh, flaps were really high.
Need flaps too much. Just with jet engine.
Oh, we haven't worked out how we're going to navigate. We've just took off.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Gap
Well, you use that now. You get your nav map. So if you want to follow your compass over to the east, you follow start.
To
If
book
we
tower
fly
gap
east.
2127 continue
Okay.
for east departure.
Or east. Let's go.
Southeast. .30 degrees or so. That's not
Am I going east? No. Don't understand the compass. My game just locked up. Yeah.
It looked like it was already giving you a opposite. So it says east, but it's actually wrong.
What says east?
So this is supposed to be, I've only got up to 270, it's supposed to be 350 knots. Flat out.
Yeah.
Right, we want to get to about, on the compass at the top, so we get to about 130 degrees.
Right.
Well, even the compass on the left is high.
Well, the compass on the at the top says I'm sort of going east. Sort of going east.
You're not following me, you're going the wrong way.
Don't know where you are.
I'm going, if you look at, if you set your heading towards 120, you can pretty much bang it.
Right. I'm not far off of 120.
See these fields, the formation.
Yeah, that's irrigating the desert, isn't it? They're always circles because they're big, long, watery things.
Big arm goes round and round.
Right, I'm coming round to 120.
No. I'm at 6,000 feet.
Very slow turn to
Maybe
120.
Pull it down to We actually want to do it around about 2 degrees once you get there.
Get to where?
Now, you'll just pull over to 90.
Right.
It's actually more like 95. Which is easy. What speed are you doing?
I'm doing 226 knots at the moment. So do I want to be at 120 or 90 then?
90,
Okay.
95. Which is the dials of speed?
I don't know. I couldn't work out when he was flying it the other day.
See climb, see altitude. Stop speed. Right, okay. It's altitude right now. Alright, done it. Right, so what's in here?
Well, we do have a radio on the dash.
Good. Better, isn't it?
What is it? They all fly these by eye then?
So it's training, so I suppose they just go around in circles. We've got a transponder. We've got a radio. Okay.
Are you still climbing?
Probably. Swing lights going up. So turn that to. One through two. 1, 1.
I think maybe I'm going to need to load up little nav map so I can find where we're going.
Yeah, I can see it in the distance. You're going the right way.
I'm going east. But that's a very loose description of where I'm going.
It's kind of all we need to do. I've got a route on little nav map which is telling me where I am. I'm just having a look at the radio trying to work out how to turn that on.
Oh, the little nav map's already running, is it? Oh yeah. Oh dear. Oh, I did sort of start off going in the right direction.
Yep.
Heading towards Halil pretty much. That's the first bit we're going to, isn't it? Or is that the final bit we're going to?
Yep, that's right. That's the middle bit.
Right, let's work out these gauges then. Airspeed's crept up to...
Speed is the one with the red and white stripe on it.
Is it?
Yeah. Because that's saying you're going 230 odd.
You're doing 230. So the big 2 is 200.
Yeah.
Right, okay, that makes sense. Why is such the coarseness on speed?
Because it's a jet.
Okay. There's no autopilot in here, I guess. No.
I don't think Mr. Freeman would do that. This is purely, let's try out this plane, but also let's get over there for something different.
Yeah. I'm flying pretty level, considering I'm using poor man's autopilot.
What's Paul Man's autopilot?
Trim.
Just heading and trim. Alright. I think that was there a long time before autopilot.
Yeah, 7,000 feet. So what we got here? We got...
I'm at 4,000 feet.
I like the sound the jet makes. Pulling 1G according to the G meter.
Put some outside fire.
Your stream looks good.
Doesn't look bad, does it?
No, it looks
Actually.
good. I'm not dropping any frames now over here either, so I don't know what that was all about.
Only for a bombing run.
So what you're saying is that these planes were only ever really flown around the airfield, local.
Yeah, they were.
Never went any
They were
distance.
training. They've got radio. And they might, I presume they had something like that, but they were just 1955, so you'd navigate old school way. I'm surprised. I think they have got VOR. I just can't see how you work it, because there's a whole radio with frequencies and things down here. I can't change the frequency.
Oh,
So
nav
that might be good.
frequency,
Yeah.
nav volume, nav frequency. So what nav frequency do you want to set it to?
Well, you see if you can change it first, and I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah, I can change it.
How do you change it?
So there's 3 knobs. There's a
Yeah.
knob that says volume, and then there's an inner knob that says kilohertz, and then a smaller knob that says megahertz.
Where?
Right at the bottom. Right, let's
Yeah.
navigate the dashboard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you've gone down further than I was. Okay.
Yeah, it's not the big numbers at the top, it's the little numbers down the bottom.
Yep.
So I've got a nav
Yep.
transponder.
Right, so we want 113. 113.7, I think. 0.5. That's all right.
113.5. And then what do you turn it on? DME?
DME will tell you how far away it is.
Right, something should have changed somewhere then, shouldn't it?
If it's switched on.
That's a good point. Is it switched on?
Manual.
Well, I assume it was on standby and I've turned the knob on to... Oh, DME. Now. It was on test. So what's changed?
Same 20.
So
Saying 24, which I don't believe.
which meter relates to that then?
You've actually got a nav 1 in the dash as well. Sorry, in the cockpit dash, in between all the dials. It's like a red, orange LED display. I don't think we're picking up the signal. Above the heading,
What did you say it was? 108.5 the nav?
113.5.
11.
If that doesn't work, try 113.7. I'll just check it. We might be too far away because they only got 100 odd miles. Yeah, I think we're probably too far away. First one is 113.5. Getting back on course because I was way off.
What's the other knob then do? The one that says TACAN?
I don't know.
UHF radio mode. Can I speak to air traffic control? No?
If you just notes from next time.
Mm-hmm.
If you zoom in on my on the stream on Twitch, my camera looks pretty awful.
Yeah, I think the way we're grabbing it out of the stream is because it's really...
I think we go back to having 2 streams, one for camera and one for background.
Your gameplay looks good though.
It doesn't look bad actually. No.
What's mine look like?
It's a bit blurry.
takes a long time to switch. I've only got the engines at 80 odd %. Sounds like an air, so I don't think the radio's working, is it?
I think we're too far away, so it's not picking up that signal.
But if it was picking up that signal, which one would it appear on?
You would see the LED. The LED would show distance, DME.
Oh, what, on that little
And-
tiny orange display?
Yeah, I think so. Because that's nav 1. And then probably where the 24 is that. I think that's that. Yeah. But we're about maybe another 100 nautical miles and we'll start seeing that if we got it right.
Right.
Yeah, we're quite a way out still.
Ooh, 113.5. 195. I suppose it is a long...
Did you measure it? Yeah, I thought just that for itself.
Oh, now what's our final destination?
181.
Yeah.
Probably about the same. If you're on 113.5, that's the middle bit. We'll see if it comes up. We had jets are quite laggy, but actually control the plane pretty good.
Don't normally fly this high, so I'm nearly 9,000 feet now.
I'm not. You and that, so I'm ground chasing.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty smooth though, so that's alright. I don't know if you get up to 350 in this one.
Probably have to climb.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm climbing.
Well, climbing's going to slow you down.
Well,
You can come down again.
I've just pushed my engines up to, I'm going to push them to 95, which is making me climb anyway. Let's get to 10,000 feet and level off. Let's get to 12,000 feet and level off. And then see what I get out of that. I'm sure he said he was doing, maybe he was doing 300 kilometres. Is this knots or kilometres an hour?
The spec for the plane says 350 kilometres
That,
tops.
that gauge says knots. So 205 knots.
I'm about where am I? Lost the dial. About 230. 220.
There isn't even an artificial horizon gauge in this plane.
That's 'cause it's got no screens, which are artificial horizon screens. Yeah.
Well, you have gauge that shows you the horizon, don't you? Unless
Not when you've got, but when you've got a screen. That is, the whole screen is the artificial horizon, really.
I suppose
It
that,
shows green and blue.
I suppose that black and white ball is the artificial
Yeah,
horizon.
it is. Yeah, it is. It's not fooling anyone, though. You're just a gimbal ball that just floats around.
Right, how fast can we get at 13,000 feet?
Or going downwards, you'll end up with no wings.
Just trying to keep it level at the moment.
Alright. Take your canopy off.
Oh. No, that was really buffety without a canopy.
It's a good model then. The guy, I read the release notes for the game model, and he's listed the things he knows that are wrong. He's really well done, actually. We should make a note of his name and mention it, I suppose, next time.
Yeah.
Nope. Outside world talking.
Yeah, Side World's talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I've got my radio on.
Frequency change approved and 55409 or one tree.
225 knots, 226 knots.
One tree is type 15 miles north of Sydney, 26 Delta, 3,800 feet. Request flight following.
And 55409 or one tree Dennis Center. Clock 7437.
Squawk 7437 and 55409 or one tree.
And 55409 or one tree radar contact 16 miles northeast of Nova 26 Delta 3,600 feet. Altimeter 29.77.
Roger and 55409 or one tree.
Oh, you're behind me. You're just all the way down there. They're still roughly following each other then. So TAS says I'm doing 316 knots. That's airspeed. 245 I think is the speed across the ground, isn't it? So we must have the wind behind us, I'm guessing. Something on my display now, my orange display.
Have you?
Yeah.
You should have.
Have you
You've
got it
a
now?
number. I'm a bit further out, I think.
176 M, 346 degrees.
Sounds about right. So that's actually, I don't know actually, 346 degrees, that sounds wrong.
345 degrees it says, 344 degrees. Well that's the angle of the transponder from me, I suppose? No? No, that don't sound right.
It could be actually, because you're coming in on, you should be about 270, I would have thought.
Okay, so this little bottom bit down here, of course,
Show me on your camera.
let me try something. If I steer towards that,
Quick to your camera.
no, that's the wrong way, according to little nav map.
Cap 2127, verify, squawking 1200.
I'm on
113.5.
let's don't go.
Cap 2127, ATC services terminated.
I was on 113, yeah, 113.5. And I've got that come up on my display. 169 nautical miles.
26 Delta 15,500 feet.
And
Request
what's-
flight following.
I'm also getting air traffic control now.
Squawk 2647.
Jeddah.
Yeah, I don't understand which gauge on my dashboard though is pointing at my the VOR though.
Radar contact 35 miles east of Zulu
There is
26
no,
Delta 15,400
there'll
feet.
be a crisscross thing.
29.75.
So the one on the right of the altimeter.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't understand that
I
then.
don't think it's set for anything.
Right, what does that need to be set to then? That's a good question, isn't it? I can change it. Ah,
You should, if you turn it around, it should suddenly drop. One place to another.
right, I'm doing 90, on the 96 degrees. And it's in the middle. So does that mean I'm...
Does it actually move though?
Yeah, there's a dial that says set on that gauge, and I've just set it to 96 and I'm in the middle, but that's going away. I need to go that way. I'm working it out. Trial and error. Let's work it out. So if I move it that way,
Yeah, mine hasn't picked up the VOR yet, so I'm doing that wrong.
well, I'm really high. That would probably help.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, your that gauge is doing exactly what it should do. I can see it on yours.
Yeah. And now I've turned it away, and I'm now turning towards it, which is turning towards that red line. That white line's not coming over towards me though, which is what I expected it to do.
It will eventually. It's a bit finer grain than the one on the Peak navigation type line. I guess if you turn directly to it, you might see it.
I see that's still set dead on 95 when it's in the middle, so I don't understand.
But 95 is about where we want to be.
Right.
So when it's in the middle, you're following the path.
But I'm moving it manually to the middle.
Yeah, you're setting it. But if you wanted to go offset to the navigation, you can set it that way as well. So if you wanted to, if you know the BOR's there and you want to go over here to it, you can actually set that to suit that.
Yeah, but
I don't really know enough about the BOT so
But-
that's what I've learned so far.
so it's in the centre. You can see my screen. It's right in the centre of the
Yeah.
dial.
Yeah.
If I turn off, I would expect that to come off the centre of the dial, but it isn't.
You have to go quite a way over it, not just turn away. So if you just kept flying in that direction,
That's a long way away, and it hasn't moved.
yeah, no, it's a long way. You have to go. All you're doing is doing a circle, so you're not actually changing your position. You have to go a straight line in the opposite direction, or at 90 degrees to it, and you'll see it then. But it's further than you think. Remember, it's a long way away as well, so the angles aren't as tight as you think. It's not a rate. It's not GPS.
So how do I fly straight at it then?
Doing what you're doing now. Oh, all right. I mean, I know what you're saying. Yeah. You've got to get your compass sorted, but if you kept flying away from what can I say? I don't know. Don't be able to look at
So that's curious, actually.
Well, your DME number's coming down a bit. It's just gone completely.
Well, no, forgetting about that gauge that doesn't seem to do
What's that?
anything. What's what?
It was like an alarm sound.
Wasn't me.
Oh, it's me. Oh no.
What you done?
I've got no fuel. I've got no fuel.
How do you have no fuel?
I don't know. But I've got no fuel. How do I refuel in flight?
One of the drop downs at the top. Well, you're going to hit the ground.
Is it?
You're going to have to do pause.
Right. It's because I flew it earlier.
Right. If I fly, are you alright? I'll leave you alone a minute.
I've paused to try to find the refuel button. I thought it was there. Did you hear that alarm?
I didn't hear it.
All right.
I've got the sound turned down
Oh,
on the stream.
it's on the game sound. Right. It went, the engines went off and it beeped a lot. The plane didn't fall out of the sky though.
Is HIL the one we're heading towards? I suppose it is. It says it's 289 kilometres away. That seems a long way.
Shift F. Right, I'm gonna kind of cheat. Right. It's fuel. That was an exciting moment. No, it didn't work.
in the desert.
My gear's not coming down because the engines aren't working. Oh no. Oh well, that's nice to know you're up. Boom.
I haven't seen you blow up yet.
I'll just go black.
I see you blow up.
So, what did we learn last time we did this? Check your fuel.
Check your fuel.
Check your
To
fuel.
book tower and 55409er 1 tree ready at runway 06 departure to the east.
I am flying straight out.
0 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's an offset to the It's an offset then.
I think so.
What's your fuel looking like?
47%.
Or what? If you look at the dial in the game, it's the big one on the right, above the red. Where is it? Above. You got like those 2 yellow
Yeah.
things, and go down to the right of those. It's a big gauge.
It looks
You
like
look quite low.
it looks like 0.
No, I can see it. It's about. Oh, you're looking at my screen, so that didn't really help. I can't.
Let's wash it over.
No, you're right. It's about the same as me. About 10. Oh yeah, 47 is about 10. Fair enough.
10?
Shift left. So it's 20. If you look at the dial, it's 20 total,
Yeah.
and you're at 10, which is half.
Oh, okay.
47%.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, I guess it's enough. You should learn that. Right, get in there again, and I'll fast forward. Okay. Shift F doesn't work. Still looking back.
Why am I just constantly d?
Jeddah Center and 55409er 1 tree is type 8,100 feet. Request flight following.
And 55409er 13 Jeddah Center. Squawk 1123.
Squawk 112 tree and 55409er 1 tree.
And 55409er 13 contact Jeddah Center 112.1. Altimeter 29er.
Cheddar?
128 Roger
Cheddar.
and Gap 21270 1 tree. Jeddah Center, Gap 2127, 14,600 feet.
Gap 2127, Jeddah Center, UNH 29.17, continuous land.
Generic 472 climbs and maintain flight level 190.
traffic is 11 o'clock 3 miles at flight level 190 generic. Report them in sight. Generic 472, contact
Generic
center
four-
on 133.3. Good day.
Gap 2127, have the generic in sight.
My co-pilot's so good answering.
133.3 for generic 472.
So, flying almost exactly 0 degrees. Should have me flying right over that airport, I think.
Yes, that's the plan.
Don't know how this other gauge works, I haven't worked it out. ...110 nautical miles out still. Did you never pick that up then, the...
I'm just trying to
VOR?
sort it out again now. No, I died before. But I'm not even sure. I'm fiddling with the bloody radio buttons. Gotta get an iPad thing built. Getting my nerves. Patience is wearing thin.
ADF.
Auto destruct frequency.
113.5. Oh, so you've got 3 tanks on this thing as well.
Yeah, because mine's down to 6 already. They're not auto tanks.
I think you've got a reserve tank. And that's a bit late to tell you that now.
I don't think it'll be enough to make a difference. Well, literally, in the flight I've done in the last 3 seconds,
Yeah.
I'm like, since I started again, I'm down to 6 already on the gauge.
What fuel tank did you fill up? Both of them.
I didn't fill up the fuel tank. All I did was start from the scratch bit. 'Cause the fuel tank fill up doesn't work. Shift F doesn't work for me anyway. Radio's not working either.
You see on my stream? Oh, shit. Don't go down to 0.
0 what?
I've just crashed myself.
Oh, you put the weights and back, so you turned it up there.
Trying to be clever.
Alright, you've got to turn the engine on. It's not starting. How'd you start it?
It's starting.
Try to start. Start and all.
It's starting.
It does glide. It does glide a bit. So what was that under?
Hold on, let me just see if I can get my engine
Oh,
started
okay,
again.
yeah. Under weight and balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. It's magic here, right? Which yeah, it's got left wing central. Right.
Why isn't my engine starting?
Throttles are up.
Here we go. You have to turn the ignition on the
Yeah.
switches. Do you leave that on?
Mentioned the old TV program just in case anyone cares.
What old TV program?
Steve Austin, the man barely alive.
Is that noise? Once the engine started though, do you have to leave the ignition on?
Well, you have to leave it on.
No.
whatever it is, Mode,
You don't.
mode type, so
You don't. Once it's started, so that starter switch on my thing doesn't do anything.
all right.
Anyway, that's how you fill up.
Yeah.
But don't put it all the way down to naught because your jet engines just stop. Lucky I was at
He just chucked all the fuel out.
many thousand feet. Oh, I'm still on course though, sort of.
Probably unfortunately in front of you.
You're in front of me now, yeah. How did you get in front of me?
Because he was fast forward and you can only do this stop or this stop. Start with a smooth step. So I'll go in circles around this time.
God knows.
9 o'clock.
It's the weekend tomorrow. I'm a taxi driver tomorrow.
Oh yeah? You do?
Taking Sarah to the
Too
dentist.
many details away. Oh yeah.
So did you get your... Are you tuned into the thing?
Stream?
No, your little orange VOR thing.
For some reason my radio isn't on anymore.
Right.
So I can't turn it on. Bad one.
Are we still on mine? Yeah. Oh, I did.
But you see me now.
So on my radio,
I can turn it on.
well, it was just on. Oh, this button here where it says mode, it's on DME. It's, yeah, it's behind the joystick though.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, okay, I got it. So, maybe I'm doing it. It's a bit hard to see.
Yeah, your display's working now, isn't it? Oh no, I'm looking at me. Have you got anything on your orange display?
No, not even got an orange display.
What's your frequency set to?
Oh, DME. I got it onto DME and it did come to life. There we go.
113.5.
Yeah, I know. I just moved it. Annoyingly. I'm assuming I'm not going to crash while I'm doing this.
I think that's a big assumption.
I'm looking at the dials and they're not doing anything too erratic, so it might be okay.
Trying to catch you up.
timing of it.
So it feels
3.5. Okay, there we go. Got an indicator. At 34 nautical miles.
you're
Thank
34
you.
nautical miles away. You're well in front. I'm 72.
You can skip if you want. You press
No.
Oh, you probably just end up where you were.
No, I'm going to make you watch.
Okay, I'll just go around in circles.
You could turn around and come back and say hello.
I could.
You've got loads of fuel now. So have I, actually.
Probably made the plane too heavy. Right. Let's have a look at this, shall we? Because the nav thing's working now.
I don't understand the dial at the bottom. I think you have to set an offset, I guess, with that. But I want to fly
Well,
straight.
the offset would be 0 because we know we're going exactly towards it. Yeah, 0. It's a bit sort of coarse, isn't it? You touch it and it goes about a million miles around.
Well, that dial at the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, got it. It's alright. It goes past the bit you want to stop at. It's got acceleration, I think. Or maybe it shouldn't have.
So the green dial above that is pointing directly at where I'm going.
That's compass, isn't it? Heading.
Magnetic indicator.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it'll always point forward.
Well, it should be pointing. Well, have you changed heading? I don't think it should be pointing forwards. It should
No.
be pointing to your right.
No, that arrow is on that green one pointing at 0 degrees.
Or is it
That is 0 degrees of the VOR. So that's the equivalent of the green arrow that you get on the bit on the normal displays.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it
but
seems to be pointing. The arrow looks like it's on the right for me.
so my orange display says I'm now at 0 degrees,
Yeah.
and the green one is pointing directly ahead, and it
Okay.
looks like I'm flying directly at where I want to go.
Zoom in on your dashboard for a sec.
You're not looking at mine for a minute, are you? Hold on.
Oh, okay. That's why I can't see what yours is set.
Right,
123.2 for N55409
you'll see it now.
Okay. So that's
So see, my orange display says I'm at 0, 0, 0 degrees, and that green indicator, or that white arrow on the green indicator, is showing 0 degrees as well. And if I turn off, that will turn off. So that's pointing directly at the VOR. The only reason the dial below is pointing at the VOR is because I twiddled it so that that was crossed over, but I don't understand what that gauge does.
it's the same as the pink. You know when you got like the pink GPS right?
Yep.
They go slightly off. They're almost exactly the same. So if it's straight up, you're on the line.
Oh, my mouse is flat now.
Charge it.
It is, but you have to put it on the little cradle to charge it.
Oh, right. I did buy the cradle.
Tail approach and 55409er One Tree is at 10,200 feet, climbing flight level tree 55.
So this airplane should be coming up soon.
Yeah, I can see. Okay, yeah. Not that far behind me.
49 nautical miles away from the VOR.
Right.
I think is it
Mine.
VOR or is it just a radio beacon?
It's VOR. That's what it means. It's one of those ones with all the antennas around it. UHF.
Right.
Cool. That's not a good stream. Whatever's going on there.
Quality's coming back up again.
Hmm. Gonna bust the town. Maverick, you cannot do that. You do not have permission to buzz the tower.
He did it anyway. They don't know him too well, do they?
What?
That
Give him
Maverick
a name
bloke.
like Maverick. Yeah, call him Maverick and then say, that guy follows all the rules.
That guy breaks all the rules, that Maverick guy.
No, he follows all the rules. That's, we misnamed him.
Oh, what, like Little John?
Or is it Iceman? Yeah, Iceman. Do you think they should have brought back Iceman in the second one? I don't know if it was worth it.
Is Val Kilmer really that ill in real life?
He's not. I think he is ill. I don't know, actually. Yeah, I think he is ill. Got a feeling he's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder though, as well.
Why?
Just from what I've heard and read. He could have been bigger than he is.
He could have been somebody.
This is a big town here, in the middle of the desert.
So are we stopping in Hill or are we going on?
Feels like we should, doesn't it? Or what do you think?
Oh, it feels like we've been flying forever. I don't even know where my phone is.
It's
Quarter
12
past
minutes
9.
past 9.
Yeah, let's stop here.
Okay.
Because you're there anyway, and I've got another 33 to go yet.
Alright, I'll buzz the city for a bit. It's a big city, and you wouldn't have expected this where it is. A bit rude, but maybe everyone decided that the middle was a good place to live.
There's probably minerals or something here.
Yeah, for sure. I like that you can reconfigure this quadrant so much that, okay, that matches this plane now. And you put two sticks really close together so you've got joint engine control.
Yeah.
Very smart. Really smart.
Well, this only uses throttle, it doesn't use anything else. I've got all this
No, not
quadrant
really.
and it's not using anything.
Yeah. I've got the button, the go around button on the left one, and I've
Do
set it to
reverse thrust.
reverse thrust.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it seems
'cause
quite
brakes-
important on landing.
Brakes are awful.
That's probably because it's a really heavy aeroplane.
I think you're coming fast as well.
Where's this runway? I don't know why my mouse is still
Round to my right.
What is it? OEHL?
Hail Tower Gap 2127.
Right, I'm
going to ask
to land then.
West 16,400 feet.
Already?
Charlie to land.
Yeah, I've got to make preparations. You know me and landing. If I'm not preparing 100 nautical miles away, I'm...
We're air traffic. Him again. Never, like phoning from Southend.
So they want me to land on runway 18. I don't have a clue which one that is. Let's have a look. Because I'm coming in side on. Right, so I want to go above it for runway 18. Runway 18 is the northern side of the airport.
Fly left traffic runway, 18 gap, 2127.
I'm not that far away.
Spot on. Cool.
So this is quite cool actually, because I can actually now turn away to go above to line up and then just line it back in at 0 degrees for the VOR.
See, very, very good.
So if I turn this at 45 degrees of the VOR, yeah, well that makes sense in my mind. So let's see if that does what I think. Only in my mind, not in anybody else's mind. Alright, so I'm now turning around to 45 degrees. Alright, that's 45 degrees, roughly. Gone over. There's Mr. M over there. Is that the runway?
Landing. Maybe. Cool. Landing hard. It's really hard to get the speed down. Go around. Going around. Go around. It's quite hard to drop speed.
Hard to drop speed.
Yeah. Got to be quick. You have to take coming quite slow. It's really hard to get slow. Without it beeping at you like that.
Oh, it will start beeping at you if you put the wheels down at about 140 knots or something.
Yeah. Just basically see. Well, 10-1.
Is that the runway down there? I'm bloody close to it. Don't want to be that close to it.
I don't know, sit back. Been quite good at picking up a tower or a building on the sky, turning around,
Yeah.
setting that with gold. Full speed is 100.
Is it? How do you know that?
Ready. I wish you keep that.
Oh, you didn't read it on Reddit.
Didn't read it and read it. ATC.
Descending at 6,000 feet a minute, 294 kilometres an hour.
So you're not really planning to put the plane home on peace.
Yeah. Just really, really high. I don't need to come down really, really quick because the airport's just over there. Of course, I do have to get rid of all this speed I've just put on.
Yeah, I know.
And how high is this runway off the ground? 9,000 feet?
Doesn't matter. You can do it by looking at the ground. You know how high it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a turn, peel off some speed. quite low now. Got to get back over those mountains.
You're not very high. At least the weather's good.
You landed yet?
Gap 2127, wind 266 at 4. Clear to land runway 18.
Do you really want to put me to put my wheels down at 200 knots? All right, then.
And
I'm off the runway.
55409 contact ground on 121.9.
Yeah, I can't talk to you. I'm landing. Sorry, air traffic control. No, not you. Air traffic control was telling me to confirm.
I was. If I landed, I have landed. Cross.
Gap 2127,
Yeah, I copied.
Clear to land runway 18, gap
Going
to
to
121
Sorry, I
decimal
didn't-
niner and
didn't see you land.
55409 1 tree.
It's alright. Which takes it.
Hail ground and 55409 1 tree taxi to parking.
And 55409 1 tree taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha.
We're at 90 degrees, are you?
Don't think so.
It looks very steep. Or maybe it's right.
No, I'm
And
Probably a bit
55409
slow.
1 tree acknowledged last transmission.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha and 55409 1 tree.
oh,
They just told us to taxi out the runway you're
Gap
landing.
2127 contact ground on 121.9.
Keep over to the side.
apart from landing a little bit early,
Need some jet engines
Gap
to go
2127, did you
really
hear my
slow.
last transmission?
that reverse engine works quite well.
It does, but it takes a long time to begin and turn off again.
Couldn't really feel it. That was not an awful landing actually. It just landed a bit early.
It's alright.
Gap 2127, did you copy?
Oh, what you on about? Yes, acknowledge.
121 decimal niner for gap 2127.
We'll do what Malik VR set up, which is just all speech
Hail ground.
I
gap
suppose the elite guys
2127
did a lot of
request
it.
taxi to parking.
speech control rather than anything else.
Gap 2127,
True.
taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha.
My ability to turn off those guidance. So the two buttons on the top of the yoke, if I press them together, I can turn on and off those guidance things.
Gap
Okay.
2127, acknowledge last transmission.
Well, actually, I can turn them on, but I can't turn them off again. I don't know why that is. So they're off by default, and then I can switch them on.
Right. That one. Where's that one?
Gap 2127, acknowledge last
Sorry, mate.
transmission.
And I'll come back.
Now what are you asking me? Acknowledge taxi
Taxi to
clearance.
general aviation parking using
Why isn't she
taxiway
doing all the
Alpha
talking?
Gap 2127.
Are you landed? Are you stopped?
I'm just trying to park where the man wants me to.
You're not moving.
Kind of am. Slowly. I am slowly.
Okay.
I'm nearly there. It's really hard to control jets at taxi speeds because they're delayed. It's ridiculous.
I used the brake
Yeah, but even then you can't really do
a
it.
bit. So, what I glimpsed of your stream while we were playing, most of the time it looked alright.
Yeah.
I think there were a
I'm
few.
going to stop there.
No idea what the audio was like though.
Yeah, have a look later.
It's definitely gameplay audio for you.
It's 28 minutes. Really? I felt like longer than 28 minutes. Oh, because I crashed tonight.
Yeah, I can hear your audio coming out on the stream as well.
The music. So that's me done. How about yourself?
Just pulling into parking. Don't get many of these aircraft here, do you, buddy? Buddy. Right, turn all that off. Turn all that off. And the plane don't go off.
No, the only way
Turn those off.
is pull the yellow things out.
Pull what out?
So there's an emergency at the top of the dash. There's two yellow sort of creamy coloured blocks right at the top.
At the top, yeah, alright, yeah.
You just pull them out. And it just gives you basically turns the fuel
That's
off.
it. Turned it off.
It's a bit of a harsh way of turning it off, but I'm sure it's better. Okay.
Okay,
Another
everybody.
flight. Another flight. Still not that exciting, but we did some good stuff. We'll get there.
Well, it's a very manual aeroplane, isn't it? That was very.
Yeah.
There's a point. Follow it.
Yep.
We did. At least we worked that out, though.
Yeah. And you got the VOR working perfectly. All good.
I don't know how we did. How we'd have navigated a route from the VOR. It's lucky we was flying at the VOR, I suppose.
Well,
But
luckily, most of the airports was useful.
right. Thanks everybody for
Okay.
watching.
Good. Yep.
Take
Good
good night, Andy.
See you soon.
Good night.